MovieWeb.com.
One of the things I thought was great about May's character is how sophisticated it was, because he's in two extremes. He's either at her wailing wall crying, or she's happy and she's very, very loving and caring with her family and with Dakota Fanning's character. He talked about playing that extreme back and forth and what you had as an actor to do to kind of get in that frame of mind.
I think the way I did with May, she feels all the things that everyone feels, but it's just she feels them more. So I just imagined very much that I had no skin and that all my nerves were showing. So the slightest change of wind, the slightest change of atmosphere, she absorbed it. So I wouldn't often really know what I was going to do in a scene. I would just really listen all the time to what was said and really try to absorb the atmosphere and go with whatever happened. But the preparation I did was the same way I prepare for every part. Is, I'm a theatre-based actress. The script's my Bible. I work from the script entirely, and I read it many, many times, and I ask lots of questions, and some questions I can answer for myself, and other questions I need to research. I need to know more about the civil rights movement. I need to know what it was like to grow up in that time in the South as a black woman, the political, social, economic context for my character. I did some study on twin bereavement studies. I read some stuff about that. And she lost her sister, and I think that's where the split happened. And she could not reconcile the loss of her sister. Her sister at all, it was like her soul was being torn apart. So I do a lot of that sort of research, and then I do other funny things like find music that suits my character, smells, tactile things like and taste, and food that she likes, and she's really into cooking, and cooking is a real expression of her love. And so I learned how to cook Southern food. All these things kind of help me weave the tapestry of May.
Define the character. Well, let me ask you another thing. You're a very famous theater actress. You're from the UK. This is a very decidedly American story in 1964, and really a dark time, but also an evolutionary time in American history too. Being a foreigner and seeing this in the past 40 years ago, do you think we've come far in 40 years with Barack Obama, being a presidential candidate? Are you proud of America, or are you saying, well, maybe this could have been sooner? This change from this horrible racism in the 60s to where things are right now. What's your view on that?
Well, both. Part of you is like, why has it taken so long to get to this point? But also, while we were filming Secret Life of Bees, the primaries were happening in North Carolina, so the sort of the mirror of us filming that and Barack, winning the primaries, it was in North Carolina. It was incredibly resonant for us, So and it was very exciting. So I think this it really lent to the kind of whole month we were filming. We really talked about it a lot, and we're very aware of what was happening in the world out there, the world of the film. Obviously, one always wants change to happen faster, and oppression of any sort is one of the worst. Oppression of any sort anywhere in the world is just one of the most depressing aspects of human nature. Well, I wouldn't say human nature, but of human life. And I think yes, it does seem like a long time, but also sort of miracles happening at the same time.
So do you view this kind of the uplifting experience to shoot a film that's set in the Soviet itself, that's really just dramatically, powerfully racist, at a time when here's a black man who could literally be the next American president, as a woman of color yourself, you think to yourself, wow, that's really incredible, because everybody I ask says, not in my lifetime. But
yeah, it was incredible. If you'd asked me 5 years ago that might be happening, I'd have really not believed it. So it was something. It was something extraordinary. I felt like I'm in America during extraordinary times.
Good stuff. I really despise this question, but I've heard it asked by so many people. Oh, there's so many women and black women, and Hollywood doesn't make these kinds of movies, which they don't. But I look at this film as a really well-acted ensemble piece. In fact, it could be the best ensemble piece I've seen this year so far. I have not cried in a film in years. I wept in this movie, and that's very, very true. So talk about dealing with, as an actress, with this tremendous ensemble cast. I mean, there's so many great performances. Dakota Fanning is definitively the greatest young actress of her generation. I mean, how does everybody go into this and not steal a scene and fit their niche so well? How does that work out?
Well, I don't think I mean, when you work with really great actors, it's never, either in my experience, it's you know, actually you want the whole piece to be the best it can be. So, I mean, I'd much rather be in a film that's really great, that every aspect of it's really great, than me in a rubbish film that's just doing a good performance. You know, it's what I'm here to tell a story in the best way I can, and the way to do that is to be connected to all the people you're working with, the crew, the director, the writer, the other actors. I had to keep pinching myself while we were filming, because I knew this was like I'm in a very privileged position being part of this story with all these women, with Gina, the director, and it was also great fun. I mean, even though there's a lot of sadness in the film, we could have a real laugh while we were filming, because, you know, there's so many great personalities, but when you meet people at the top of their game, like Queen and Alicia, Dakota, Jennifer, you know, they just want they want you to succeed as well as themselves. I don't think it's kind of fake press where you kind of, it just isn't, no one's interested in the competitive nature of that kind of business. I think you don't get that lower down in the business, but certainly at that level, we all just very supportive. You know, some scenes focus on one character, other scenes focus on another character. That's filmmaking, that's storytelling, not all one person all the time.
One of the most positive themes that I took out of this is the many mother theme. Is that this young girl who is searching for the mother that she never knew and has a tremendous amount of guilt for what happened to her. I mean, there's such a matriarchal aspect to this film, and I think that's going to be really, really resonating with audiences. You know, the love, the racism. These are all great themes, but I love the matriarchal part of it. When you were reading the script, did that hit you as one of the primary themes, or is that just something like that kind of showed up later on?
No, it hit me when I read the book, even. The quest for the eternal mother was definitely one of the great sort of symbolic pieces of the Queen bee, the Black Madonna, the mother in all of us, within and without us. That was definitely one of the most interesting aspects. And also, I also thought the way that it explored all different sort of parts of a woman. You know, you have the child, you have the mother figure, the eternal mother figure, the grief-stricken woman, the angry woman, the caretaker. You know, all the whole gamut of being a woman were looked at and
explored.
Yeah, all the aspects of being a woman were explored. I felt, or at least many of them.